Good to it, what it do, what it do, what it do. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the San Francisco 49ers. They played last week. This is going to be a video based on, I'm just looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan if you didn't know, so I want to look at this. This defense has been very, very optimistic, very, very opportunistic as well when it comes down to turnovers. I think they lead the league in turnovers if I'm not mistaken. Been going crazy with the interceptions and all types of things when it comes out to this Jacksonville Jaguars defense. We will be playing these guys this upcoming weekend, so I want to actually see what's going on. So let's hop into it. So this is early on in the game right here. This is a red zone possession, 3rd and goal. As you can see, Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. You have to be aware of Christian McCaffrey when he comes to just everything. He's an all-around back, receiving, rushing. He does it all. So I actually want to see how they play this. As you can see, they're going to rush 4 and play zone while they're in the red zone, which is, something typical that a lot of teams do. It's harder to, when especially when you on your 8 or 9 yard line, you basically have to pass the ball to score the touchdown. So you want to kind of make it, tough on the offense, basically by having all these guys in zones, making the windows very, very small, and making you can create an opportunity for a turnover if the quarterback try to squeeze the ball into these tight holes, and anything can happen, tip ball, a missed throw, an errant throw, or anything like that. So Brock Purdy's on his back foot. This was Brock Purdy first game back from his injury as well. Still no Kittle, and they're gonna actually see this choice route by Christian McCaffrey, which he's waiting for. He's gonna run out right here and try to get this to him, and they've actually played this well. That's just Christian McCaffrey flopping. He wasn't gonna catch that anyway. So that's something that I would actually like to see. Okay, that's tough, Jacksonville. That's tough. They got a nice offense. Like, I didn't expect for their defense to even be like this. I knew their offense was going to be okay because of the weapons that they had and that they acquired, but I didn't think their defense would be this good. Okay, this is another 3rd and 2 right here. This is the they actually converted on this, the San Francisco 49ers. So let's see what they actually do though on 3rd and 2. They're gonna actually rush 4. From what I'm seeing though, they like to rush 4 and put a lot in coverage. So basically, and they probably have 2 deep. They probably have 2 safeties over the top. So you probably have to take what the defense is giving you. And Patrick Mahomes will see that, when we coming up and playing these guys. And we beat these guys in a divisional round in the playoffs about 2 years ago. So we kind of know what to expect, even though it's different players in a different regime. But they kind of still got the same base type of defense. And like even on this possession right here, you're going to rush 4. You're going to see Pearsall run his comeback route right here just in front of the sticks. And you got Travis Hunter, making the tackle, whatever the case may be. To be honest, a lot of teams are attacking Travis when he's on defense because he's on there sporadically. He's not like a true corner in the NFL just yet. Like, he's not playing every possession. He's not playing, defense both ways, offense and defense all the time. So like, you have to, like, if you can throw certain route combinations at him to try to confuse him or to try to even to get him on a one-on-one with the Xavier Worthy or something like that where he got to run and try to keep up with him, I would try that. I would anything like just like it's a lot of ways to attack this defense, especially when they run in a lot of zone. And this is one of the games that I think Travis Kelce should have a big game in, for the simple fact that he's great going up against zone because he knows when to settle down in the zone or when to run past the window or create anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that we will have to have our offensive line play way better because in zone, you have to have a little bit more time, a little bit more protection for the route to develop so he can either know when to settle down or when to run through the window. So let's look at some more though. Okay, this is another 3rd down for San Francisco. I'm just looking to see like what they're doing on defense, and they're rushing another 4, putting a lot of people. This is actually man, if I'm not mistaken. They're playing man this time, and they have one guy. Like, they got one guy on Christian McCaffrey right here who's going to go in the zone. Then you got him spying Brock Purdy. He's on man. This is actually one of their mans right here on 3rd and medium, as you can see. And Brock is going to throw. He's going to throw deep right here on the back shoulder fade. That was a great catch by Ricky. That's a great catch. Yeah, so when you get man-to-man, you definitely take your shots. But they like to, I haven't, on a 3rd down, I haven't seen them blitz just yet. I actually want to see how are they generating these turnovers. This is the play that they generate an interception on. So that's my thing. I want to know, how are the Jacksonville Jaguars, you know what I'm saying, getting these turnovers? How are they initiating them? So as we can see right here, right, you're gonna see Juszczyk gonna come underneath this. This is gonna be basically one of the key plays in a Kyle Shanahan offense. Is basically they run the outside zone and run the play action boot off of that. And most of the time you're gonna have Juszczyk come underneath the line of scrimmage right here. He's gonna run under that. He's gonna come in the flat, and you're gonna probably see a lot of post corners or over routes or things like that. So let's run it and see what they do. As you can see, he's gonna put a play action. He's actually gonna block this time. He's not gonna go in. Like I said, he's gonna go post corner. He's gonna go post corner, things of that nature like that, right? So as you can see, Brock Purdy's gonna come back on this side right here. He's gonna try to force. He's gonna actually try to hit Christian McCaffrey. This is throwing back across your body. This is actually a bad throw by Brock Purdy, as you can see, and it's a bad decision, not a bad throw. Christian McCaffrey juggles the ball, and there's so many defenders around that it just falls into one of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't really think they initiated that. I just think that's bad football. It's just a drop pass by Christian McCaffrey in traffic. My opinion. That's all I'm saying. I want to see one that they actually they blitzed the quarterback, hurried him up. The quarterback made a bad decision, or a corner jumped a route, or it's got to be something that they initiated, or that's what's going to have me concerning. Okay, this is another third down, a 3rd and 10. As you can see right here. So I want to see what they actually do. And it looked like on 3rd and long, which is not a bad strategy at all. It's like they like to send forward and play coverage behind that right here. So they have confidence in their guys to make the tackle before the sticks, as you can see. And you're going to see, that's why it gives Brock Purdy a lot of time. You're going to give Brock Purdy that time. You can only imagine giving Patrick Mahomes this type of time to find an open receiver. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's like, whoa, like that's jumping off the screen. Like I don't know if we gonna have a problem stopping this, or you know what I'm saying, preventing this. So now this is why even I say that like if it's not like third and goal, and it's not from like the 1 to 2 to 3 yard line, if it's 5 yards and out, and you have to pass, this is why I say you play zone. This is the thing about zone is you're gonna give up yards, but it's a bend but don't break concept. It's basically okay, we might give up some yards, but when you get in the red zone, it's gonna be hard for you to score touchdowns on us. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing from this film against the 49ers. So they rush 4 again. They have a lot of people in coverage right here. Look like they playing this a cover 2, a sink. This is a sink concept right here. Cover up the flats. A lot of hook curls. You dig what I'm saying? This is going to force Brock Purdy to hold the ball, right? And now he has to try to manipulate the defense with either his body movement or his eyes or his head to try to sway the defense to go one way and he come back the other way. This is what zone does in the red zone. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's not a lot of space for you to, you know what I'm saying? So against this team, and then it's kind of hard because even when you play zone from further back, it's like you want to take your shots from like 25 yards out to 30 yards out, take your shot plays, but you can't really take your shot plays because they already have so many people in coverage, like they're playing a too high shell. So they're forcing you to drive down. They're going to give up some yards, but they're just not going to give up the big play. You feel what I'm saying? So once you get in the red zone, you have to be able to run the ball. And here's a prime example of that. 2nd and 6, they're going to rush 4 as usual, do a lot of play action. But as you can see, they're rushing 4, playing zone. He actually gets this guy to the bite on the fake right here. And all you have to do is get behind it. If you can get behind it in that little space, and it's something that you have to work on in practice, to where as though like for the quarterback, you don't want to kind of drill the ball. You kind of want to, but you don't want to lob it either. This is the perfect frame for this. Basically, you want to throw it behind the linebackers, but before the safeties. That's why I say this should be a big game for Travis Kelce when we play these guys. In my opinion, Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, Juju Smith-Schuster, all those type of guys, and then you kind of feed in Xavier Worthy and and Hollywood Brown, all the fast guys, and Tywood and Thornton. You kind of fill those guys in with your shot plays when you do take them. or like the drags and the catch and runs and the yaks and the screens and all that. And Pacheco has to be big in this game as well, for the simple fact that you're going to need a run game, for especially when you get down into the red zone and Kareem Hunt. But this is going to be the bread and butter when you play them, because they play a lot. They rush 4 and put a lot of people in zone. 3rd and 6, pivotal down. You know what third down means in the NFL. They're going to rush 4 again. They're going to rush 4, and basically that's a great throw. That's a risky throw, but it's a good throw. You feel what I'm saying? That's a great catch by Juan Jennings. But as you can see, they're going to rush 4 and have a lot of people in zone, which is forcing you to make decisions from the pocket, throwing into these zones, into these windows, and trying to basically, you have to either get behind the linebacker but before the safety, or you have to throw in between that window. As you can see right here, watch it. Boom, just stop it right here. Boom, stop it right there. He can't really throw this because he'll jump it. So then you have to, okay, so now you have these guys on the outside, which are the corners. Who's going to break first? He gets inside left. Even if you want to throw this right here, you don't want to throw him a hospital ball because you don't know what's behind him. Any one of them probably would have caught that though, because they're kind of, I don't even like the concept of both of them running into each other like that. But I know what they're attacking. They're attacking in the middle of the field, right behind the safety. I mean, right behind the linebacker, but before the safety, because they're playing such a heavy zone scheme. This is just another extension of the run game. Like, okay, so we're in this predicament again. Like I said, the 49ers in this game, they were getting in the red zone. They were moving the ball. When you play against a zone team, especially when they playing it like this, I don't like a lot of these that I've been watching. I haven't seen them blitz not once. So I'm pretty sure they do mix in the blitz here and there, but it wasn't as often against this team. So what you want to see is, boom, they're gonna basically run. They couldn't really pass the ball in the end zone because of the small windows, right? So what you do is you either run a screen or you run the ball. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna rush me 4, if you're gonna rush 4, right, and drop everybody back, what this is basically another extension of the run game. This is basically another run disguised as a pass. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't want to give them, you want to keep them in that zone look. You want to keep them rushing 4. But you basically you want to dictate their formation defensively, but you really want to run the ball. But you can't show them run, because then they'll switch to their run defense. You get what I'm saying? So this is just the scheming part of Kyle Shanahan. Okay, I want to run the ball, get the ball to Christian McCaffrey, but that's not just handed to him conventionally. We're gonna go ahead and throw him a shovel pass, and now he has space to do what he needs to do to get in the end zone, which was just a great job by Christian McCaffrey. So this is one of the turnovers. Now, like basically San Fran has worked their way back into the game. This is a turnover that they had, another interception that Brock Purdy had. Let's analyze this real quick. So they bring the safety down in the box, as you can see right here. This guy right here, he comes down in the box, right? Let's run in and see what they do. Now they swing back this way when they see the motion come. So that's a kind of indicator that this is man. As you can see, this guy's going to run with him right here. I think this George Kittle or whoever this tight end is. Number 3 has him. He has him. Let's run it and see the play action right there. Now, these guys are in zone, but there's man right here, man right there, man right there. So as you can see, Brock Purdy's going to throw this ball over the middle, right? There's the zone guy. So they mixed man and zone in this. I want you to see this again. This is number 47, right? This is not a complete zone concept. This is zone mixed with a little bit of man. Number 3 is going to have number 13. This guy's going to have him. This is the motion guy. He's going to come back this way. Boom, he comes down in the box. So they're giving this indicator that it might be a cover 3 or something, where they're leaving their corners out there on the island. There's one high safety. That's the look they're giving, right? Let's run it again. As you see the motion comes over, you see this guy goes with him. So it might look like it's man, but these two guys go into zone. They go into coverage. He has him this outside. He has this outside. Remember the safety that came down in the box? He's for Christian McCaffrey. Because they like to run the ball with him. They like to throw the ball to Christian McCaffrey, right? He's a dual threat type of running back. Boom, as you can see. Now, when Christian comes out for the pass, right? This guy that was in zone, he attacks the front side. So in their zone, the two linebackers that you've seen, one has anything short, the other one has anything deep. He comes up for anything short, he has the flat, right? The other guy that was right here, he's deep. He didn't got depth within his zone. As you can see, once he starts to, this is a bad pass by Brock Purdy. Now, as you can, they schemed this interception. So that's what I wanted to see. Were they actually forcing these turnovers, or were they? Or are these all turnovers are not equal, especially fourth quarter turnovers. Second half turnovers are not equal to first half. You feel what I'm saying? But also like a tip ball or like, you know what I'm saying, it's turnovers are not all equal. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Now, if you force the turnover, that's different. This right here, they schematically forced this turnover for the simple fact that they made Brock Purdy think it was one thing and it was something else. You feel me? And this is the third turnover that they had. You know what I'm saying? Brock threw 2 interceptions, as you can see right here. Let's actually diagnose this real quick. Okay, they actually blitzed this time. This is one of the rare times that they did blitz that I've seen, probably twice. They only blitzed 2 times. Me evaluating this tape right here. It's not the all 22 and it's not every play, but you know what I'm saying, me evaluating, like especially the key downs though, like the third downs and stuff like that. That's what I'm really looking at. This is the first time they actually blitz. Brock Purdy steps up in the pocket and gets the ball knocked out. And Brock Purdy's not the, you know what I'm saying, he's nowhere near the athlete Patrick Mahomes is when they come down to moving his feet and running around and doing things of that nature. He's not that at all. He actually still threw for 309 yards. But, and this is the thing though, like this has been a dilemma with everybody. They're saying like Jalen Hurts, he barely throws for 200 yards, but he keep getting wins and he's definitely not turning the ball over. You cannot turn the ball over 3 times and win a game, no matter how many yards you throw for. You feel what I'm saying? You just can't do it. But this is one that they actually generated. This is the turnover that they actually generated with their play. Outside of like scheming and stuff like that, like they actually got pressure, attacked the ball. You feel what I'm saying? This is a forced turnover. That's why I say every turnover is not created equal, especially late in the fourth quarter right here. They can go down and actually win this game. I'm taking my guy over Brock Purdy any day of the week. If it's 21-26, fourth quarter, 2 minutes and 46 seconds left to go down there and win me the game, I'm taking my guy every time. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is 1st and 10 as well. Like, you can't let this happen if you Brock Purdy. They didn't pay you all this money for you to, you know what I'm saying, fumble the ball like this. Regardless if you get sacked or not, you can't get a ball up. So this is actually their best turnover that they actually, in my opinion, that they had. This one is more valuable. You dig what I'm saying? So like I said, they don't blitz a lot, but when they do, they get home. And when they get home, they seem like they're going for the ball. They you know what I'm saying? This is what they're predicating their defense on, which is basically bend but don't break and create turnovers. So I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen on Sunday and how we're going to attack this defense. But I do think we're going to come out with the dub. We've had the Jag number for some years now. I do think they've gotten better, especially defensively, but I don't really see anything too overwhelming that we haven't dealt with before. So we'll see on Sunday.